Philippine Nurses Association of Nevada now brings you Philippine NARS, news and features about the Filipino-American nursing community and beyond. And now, here's your host, Doris Bauer.
Well, hello, Philippine NARS listeners and followers. Thank you for joining us today, and Happy New Year to all of you. Well, 2024 has gone by so quickly, and now we are in the year 2025. So we are looking forward to this year, hoping that Philippine NARS can still continue its goal to create awareness of the health issues and events of the community here and beyond. So thank you for continuing to support us, and special thank you to PHLV Radio, who has been collaborating with the PNANV or the Philippine Nurses Association of Nevada and Philippine NARS for over 5 years now. I cannot believe it. Anyway, so leadership transitions are pivotal for an organization's success. Effective transitions ensure the continuity in vision, in culture, and performance, securing the organization's future. Poorly handled transitions can cause confusion and disengagement. So, successful leadership handoffs require foresight, planning, and mentoring, focusing on building a thriving legacy beyond merely appointing a successor. So the PNANV is not immune to leadership transition. The organization's president has a tenure of 2 years. So today we are going to talk to the PNANV's immediate past president and the newly elected president. Please welcome Ms. Emer Sambo and Dr. Flora Saizon. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Good. We're so happy for you to be here today. So let me start with Dr. Flora Saizon. She is an educator. She's a DNP, and she teaches at College of Southern Nevada, CSN. Okay, she has been the past president of PNANV for the last couple of years, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. And Ms. Emer Sambo here is an APRN, and she is working currently at one of the UMC clinics, primary care clinic, right? Yay for APRNs. And so she's been with us in the board for a while, and she is the newly elected president of PNANV. So welcome, ladies.
Thank you, Doris.
Thank you. Good. Okay. Well, let's start with Flora. And I think we will have some kind of video that we can insert here. Can you just summarize your experience as president of the PNANV in the last 2 years?
Yes, Doris, and Happy New Year. This is the 2025, and for the past 2 years, 2023 to 2024, as you have stated, I was the president of the Philippine Nurses Association of Nevada, and that was really a very good experience for me. And to think that as a nurse educator, I was able to hone in the educational seminars that we have been given our members, and I also started the Tanglao Awards, which we will do again this year, because we need to give recognition and acknowledge our nurses who have been impacting our profession, who have been helping out our other professional nurses and our community. And we have also different collaboration with most of our community organizations, national and local organizations, wherein we were able to help out with their community outreach, and which is really needed by our community. So as nurses, we have been blessed that we have the PNANV that we can actually use as a medium to reach out to our students who would be our future, and our seasoned nurses who will be actually working with them as mentors, and that's one more activity or project that we have that I've been proud to say that we were able to get in our organization. So mentorship, and we have the scholarship as well. So we also offer honor cords to our graduating student nurses, and we have been participating in most of our other organizations' activities and events. So I say that it was really a very busy and fruitful 2 years for me. So thank you.
Yes, yes, of course. And yeah, I know that you also honed in on trying to get more students involved in realizing that an organization like PNANV, where they can talk to people who are more experienced than them and have that mentorship. That was really one of your most fruitful things. So I think at this time, let's take a look at a video that summarizes what we have done as PNANV in the last 2 years with the leadership of Dr. Saison. Wow, that was really very good. And it was, yeah, I know, I remember participating in a lot of these things. So I cannot believe that the 2 years has easily passed, right, Flora? Yeah, okay. So what do you think is your most worthy accomplishment in your tenure as a president?
As the start of the year in 2023, I clearly remember that we were all busy trying to get Tagla Awards to be started that year, because it's also our 31st anniversary.
Correct.
So we were looking for something to recognize our nurses and those nurses that made an impact in our community, in our profession. So I clearly remember that time when we were trying to get that project in place.
Up and going, right?
Yes.
Right.
So I also remember that we have, it always impacted me that we have the educational seminars, especially with different topics that is really very current, and we have a lot of members, and we gained a lot of new members through the educational seminars.
That's great. Yes,
and we collaborated with different organizations as well. We have the FAPERNA, the Filipino American RN, Advanced Practice Nurses,
yes.
And then we also have the APINA. We have the Asian American Pacific Islander Nursing Association here in Nevada. So it was a great collaborative effort that we did during those times. And we also have the different schools, universities that we collaborated with. And just recently we had the nursing workshop for would-be nurse educators at the College of Southern Nevada, and that was really a very fruitful one. We were able to get more nurse educators to help out our future nurses, our students. So we also have the collaboration with the Black Nurses Association, the Chi Eta Phi sorority, and those were really very active nursing association, and they have big projects for our community, local and national. So it was really something that I will carry with me. And as we move along on the next years ahead of us, these are just really a testament that the Philippine Nurses Association will always be there to give the necessary education and community services to our members, not just our members, but of course the public.
Yes.
Thank you.
It was a busy couple of years, absolutely. And so, did you get a lot of support that you needed from the board of directors and also the members?
Of course, yes. Without them, I wouldn't be able to go through those 2 years, and I always turn to them for support, and they were always encouraging and giving me my motivation. So I cannot say any other words to thank them, but the gratitude is really there. I cannot express it more than enough, but those were really a very trying times. There are challenges, but I was really supported and I felt it. So thank you.
That's good. I can basically tell you the board of directors of the PNANV are one of the hardest working people or a group of people, to support the organization. So I am still part of the board and I'm very proud of that. And to participate in what you said, not only from a professional standpoint, but also interacting with the public as an outreach, in outreach programs, that really means a lot. It means a lot. And then comes to the point where it would say, what? We're having a meeting again? Oh, where are we going this week? So it's like one thing after another, right?
Yeah, we're always on the move. And that's something that's fueling our service.
Yes. That's correct. So let me ask you something. If you had a chance to redo an activity during your tenure, like some kind of a do-over, do you have any, or what would it be?
Yeah, I was really going through my mind earlier, and I was thinking, was there any activity or any project that I want to redo? As far as those 2 years, it went by and so fast that I really cannot think of anything that I should be redoing, because all of those projects, the events that we have been doing, really have made an impact in our community. And I would just say that let's continue moving on.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Push forward. So what's your advice to Miss Emma over here?
Oh, yes. I'm just so proud of Emma that she took on this position, because she will be a great leader, and I see that she's already have been asking me and asking the board for those projects that she would want to do this 2 years in her term. And who knows, she can also be more than that, beyond those 2 years, right? So just like Doris was able to carry on for more than two terms. So
4 years because of COVID, right?
Right. Yeah. So I'm just really so proud of Emma that she has this term to continue the projects of the Philippine Nurses Association.
That is
congratulations.
Oh. Yeah.
Yes, it's a big hat to fill.
Yes, That is correct. Big shoes and a big hat to fill. So let's talk to Emmer here. So Emmer, can you describe your experience previously from right now as a PNANV board of director? And for the last 2 years, you were the president-elect, right? But you've been serving in the board for quite a while.
Yes. So I've been with the Philippine Nurses Association since 2011. So that's a little bit longer than probably 14 years with Christy Sampal, actually. We moved from a different era of nursing. I was in critical care, going to education, and she was at PI, going to education. And I was the silent sounding board for the president, Christy Sampal, at that time, because you need to have like a camaraderie that was like a low profile to talk about the triumphs
Behind
of
the scenes, so it's
the triumphs of the organization, and
Yeah.
at the same time, what is like the pitfalls with it. So I've seen that the organization almost had their downfall at one point, but then PNANV has always been resilient. I've seen it that it went to a better place at one point. I think with Helen Sison, why
Helen
Imson, they did the big party at what casino was that?
Caesars.
Caesar Palace. So that was a big event. And then Mel Abello had that. Who is that?
Singer?
Singer. There was this big
that was
singer,
Joey Albert.
Joey Albert.
Yes.
Yeah. And then in your time was the COVID, and we are one of the organization that was forefront for doing face mask, you know. And then Flora, we have mentorship program and the Tangla Award. So for me, my experience went from just the person at the behind the scene, and now I'm in the forefront, which is like, whoa. We'll see what's gonna happen in 2 years.
It's your turn. You basically are ready for it. We've seen you grow, Emmer, just looking at you and trying to reminisce, the past few years that you've been working with us. You were always there. So it's your turn, sister.
And you can do it.
That's right.
With all your help, we will do it together.
So, as president-elect, what is your most memorable experience that made you feel confident enough to take on the PNANB presidency?
Well, one of them, I have gratitude with Flora because she let me attend the White House for Asian Conference, and that event, I saw how organizations work together, and we also talk about our issues. So as nurses, I had a chance to talk about staffing ratios at the White House. What is the ratio for med-surg, for IMC, for ICU? And they promised me that they will start talking about nurses in the nursing home first. So we are going to look forward for that. And then the problem also is the providers. Why don't we have a providers in Nevada? And so it is all about reimbursement. So we did talk about that. So I'm really very grateful with Flora about that. And another thing that we did is we went to Reno for an advocacy for compact licensure for nurses.
Yes.
So these are one and other events that we need to hang on and work together for the fulfillment of that compact licensure. So
Yes.
let's go and do it.
I'm really a big proponent of that. And now, what's that, almost over a year now? It didn't even get to the floor. And with whatever we were trying to accomplish, it did not come into fruition, but we're still here. We're still going to fight, right?
Yes, we will.
Good. Okay. Well, thank you for that insight. Very good. So, what would be your platform on your presidency as a PNANV president?
Being a bedside nurse, it's really had been different. So my passion is to advocate for mental health for our nurses, because as a nurse, selflessness is expected.
Yeah, yeah.
How do we maintain selflessness in these challenging times? I think we should break the stigma of shame. Let us create space for open conversations when seeking mental health support. Let us promote self-care, ako muna, which Lisa started already from a couple of years ago, and then promote healthy attitude, like joining our healthy film Nayan. Above all, let us provide a sustainable resources that would support the mental health of our nurses. Now, another thing is, what happens when the integrity and sanctity of our vital asset as nurses, our professional nursing license, has been questioned?
Yeah, big one.
In an era where the risk of legal, ethical, and professional challenges are widespread, I think we should equip ourselves with knowledge and advocate for policies that safeguard our practice and maintain the safety of our license. This is another goal that I am firmly committed to uphold during this tenure of mine.
Yes, very, very good. And that in itself is it's a tall glass of water. Yes. Anyway, it's I think one of the biggest hurdles that we find, and we've been in the past years, is the engagement of the younger nurses to actually open up and voice out their opinion and not just be in the background and grumbling and complaining, right?
Yes.
So we're going to have to work on that, and that's great. That's great. Anything else you want to add to that?
Well, please be visible as nurses. I think we need to unite, not just Filipino nurses, but other nurses. So then, we can look into with this provision of what we envision to be, mental health for nurses. We shouldn't be just crying before our work shift for the new nurses, and then for the older nurses, we need to look forward to a beautiful retirement and not being shown the door just because, you went into menopausal issues in life. We are like 3,000 Filipino nurses. We should hold together and have a say as a nurse and as a part of the community.
Correct. And that can only happen if you participate in discussions and perhaps joining an organization like the PNANV in order that your voice can be heard, and we would know from what you're really what's happening out there in your workplace, right?
Yes.
Good.
So our website is pnanv.org.
Okay.
Our membership is open.
If you want to join, yes, hopefully you will. So do you have any comments on that, Flora?
Yes, I would just really encourage our nurses as we are experiencing mental health issues in our workplace, not just in the hospitals, but everywhere. And so I'd like to encourage them to be an active member and be involved in our different projects. So you can actually see, and that will be one of those activities also that you can remove your thoughts from any harming yourself or harming others, but more on the positive activities than just be involved in our organization and other professional organizations.
Right,
Yes.
for that matter. Okay. So, Emma, is there anything that you want to continue from the past presidency or from our past activities, and anything that you want to change in your tenure?
I would, for PNANV, I would like to continue with collaboration with our community partners. Of course, we have a lot. We have NAFA, FASAI, Ian Apina, and all that. But also at the same time, continue to promote Ako Muna. We have already that self-care. So moving forward with that, we should do. And then we should continue mentorship with Dr. Flora Sison.
Yes.
So there's a lot for PNANV to be cohesive. We just have to, as young nurses and nurses with experience, as what we say, seasoned nurses, we should really get together, work hand in hand to moving forward. Our advocacy will be, we already are in times of AI. So bedside is no longer like bedside before, that only, serving medication and bedpans. It evolves now to education, leadership, and so much more.
Yes.
So if we put in our hands together, I think nursing in the future will be better. We are not going to be just, oh, you know what, my manager doesn't like me, here's the door. We should have education
On how to, yes,
and yeah,
how to handle those
and how
situations.
to handle.
Right.
We should also maintain a malpractice insurance to be able to ensure ourselves that we are well protected. We are not going to just rely on the hospital,
Or
because
where you work.
hospital, their HR is for that facility.
The hospital.
We should have our own, and we encourage all nurses to have their own membership or collaborate with organization. And Philippine Nurses Association is a very strong organization for any nurse to join.
You don't have to be Filipino, by the way, to join our organization. So that's great. Yeah, it is very, very difficult protecting yourself. Is there anything you would like to change? You're still going to continue on the scholarships and the awards and stuff like that, and the education, right?
Yes. So
Yeah.
we need to move forward for those projects.
Yeah, yeah. I know we all here, three here, are part of the education committee, so we have a lot of say to that. Okay, well, all right, let me ask you some questions for the both of you. What do you think are the biggest challenges of our organization?
I can maybe talk about how to grow our membership, right? I know it's a growing number, but retaining or maintaining them will be one of those challenges. And also the use of technology. I want to mention that because currently we have to deal with the AI, but we know that we can also do some projects or activities that will really help us using those AIs. And what we are doing right now is actually a good way of promoting our organization and inviting our members through this podcast. Our Filipinas, Miss Doris, has been really very hardworking trying to get our thoughts out there to invite and to encourage our nurses, especially the young nurses, to join our Philippine Nurses Association.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. What about you, Emmer? What do you think are your biggest challenge, I guess?
Yeah, the evolution of nursing has become more evident, as I said. So the challenges also is being an active. I think you need to be involved and be visible. So what we say, you know what, there numbers, we need to have that. So if we need to do our compact licensures, we need that membership and we need to work together.
Yes, absolutely. Speaking of that, there is a survey going on that was put out by the Nevada State Board on whether you what do you feel about nursing compact licensure. So we are one of the very, very, very few states that does not participate in compact licensure. So we think that will change a lot. And if you have a say in it, so if you're a nurse, please fill out that survey or vocalize your opinion about, the state of where you work, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And again, a segue on you guys saying, AI is the front runner now for a lot of activities. And there's a lot of good things about AI. I was a little skeptical before, but, it has its good things. And keeping up with the technology is so challenging.
Yes.
Because a lot of people want instant gratification. You can pull up information like right there.
Yes.
Yeah.
We used to carry those big books.
Yeah.
Yes, like an almanac. Now it's just a phone.
Yeah. you are correct with that. Oh, and speaking of that, January 1st, 2025 is the beginning of a new generation. It's now called the beta generation. And it's because of the more involvement now into artificial intelligence, AI. So we'll have to take a look at them down the road and see how that affects us. I hope I'll still be alive then. But that's good. Okay. So what are the future activities of PNANV in the next year, I think, yeah?
So we're looking forward for the Tanglao for May 10. That is within the realm of Nurses Week. And then we're going to also involve Tanglao Award for the deserving nurses. So we need to acknowledge them with the services that they did to the community. And then there's an education for spring and fall. So there's a lot to look forward to.
Yeah, we will continue also the scholarships for nursing students. So there's a lot of things, and plus you are still involved with outreach.
Yeah, there is several outreach that we have to go through and continue.
Okay. Very good. Anything else? Anything else that comes to mind that I forgot to ask you guys? Or I think we covered pretty much what we would do as an organization, and I think our organization is more known now in the community. I know a lot of people are still saying, "Hey, call them," so which is really heartwarming for us. Okay. So what is your message to the Filipino American nurses?
Okay, I really would like to still encourage everyone, our student nurses, our seasoned nurses to come together and be part of our organization, our prestigious organization, PNANV. And let's continue also with being involved and being engaged in the educational seminars, because these are actually what you need to continue your CEs, I would say, your educational units as required by our the state board. And I'd like also to acknowledge that we were given an approval of our last seminar, because it was about the cultural competency, and it was already raised to 4 CEUs, and we were able to give that to our members. So come on, join us. You will get more of these activities, and not just on the education side, but also the community service that we are doing. Yes.
We are planning a good one for us. We can't tell you yet because we haven't talked to the whole committee yet, but it'll be great. It'll be great. What about you, Ms. Emmer? What's your message to the Filipino-American nurses?
So let us unite as one in shaping a future where every nurse succeeds, leads, and inspires. So please be a member of the PNANV or any organization.
Mm-hmm.
So nurses will be moving forward stronger together.
Right. Very good. Very good. Okay. Well, thank you so much. Dr. Flora Saison and Ms. Emmer Sambo. Emmer Linda is her full name, actually, but we call her Emmer, right? Thank you for gracing our program and giving us summary of the PNANV's activities and a glimpse of PNANV's future. We'll still be visible out there. We'll keep on trucking. I know we've been here for a long time. So thank you again for coming. Okay.
Thank you for having us.
you.
Of course, thank you. And to our audience, we leave you with this thought. Leadership transitions are about more than just filling a role. They are about securing a legacy. An effective transition ensures the continuity and strengthens the organizational culture and sets the stage for future success. So PNANV has been in the community for about 33 years now, and it's getting better and better. There's no stopping this organization. The nursing community and the public are grateful of your presence and for all you do. So thank you, PNANV, and thank you for our listeners and followers for your continued support for our Filipinars program. This is Doris Bauer, your Filipinars host, signing off for now.
The Philippine Nurses Association of Nevada has just brought you Filipinars, news and features about the Filipino-American nursing community and beyond.